Hello out there. I thought I'd show you some upgrades I've done to the system here since the last video. Um, First off, main thing was I added a third inverter here. It's much cheaper to add a third inverter than to change appliances. So just went that route. There's no solar connected up to this one. It's just powering the house. The solar is on the other two, the original two. Secondly, I watched one of those videos. One of the guys that does the Growatt inverter videos had recently installed one of these Growatt auto transformers, and he was told to hook up both sides of this, and I was originally only told to hook up the one side, and everything worked perfectly fine with the one side. And I think the original auto transformer's Signature Solar had sold only had the one side. I forget what brand that was. Let's see. Secondly, we upgraded the battery cables to 1-aught cables. And we also, with the added inverter and added power, I switched out the wiring from my sub panel to 4 gauge. It used to be 8, or no, it used to be 6, I'm sorry. Went from 6 to 4 here, since we added more power, and over to this box, which most people won't have because I have the generator hookup that I wanted to keep. And I went from there up to my house with the 4 gauge wire. So most people are just going from their sub panel right to their house panel, or with a transfer switch in between. This is my transfer switch really. I also upgraded the breakers to 70 amp breakers here and 70 amp breakers up here. My whole house, the main breaker is only a 100 amp breaker. So my house does not really require a whole lot of power. I believe that is most of the upgrades. I still get quite a bit of difference in my batteries discharging, as much as 10% from one of the from the top to the bottom of the stack, which is a little interesting. Still haven't figured that one out. But that is it. Any questions? Give me a holler. I'll do my best to answer them. Have a good one. Not sure if I said it or not, but that second line that I added over here comes over to a second 25 amp breaker. The first one comes in on this side, and then these are 50 amp breakers for the inverters. I know what you're all saying. Look at this giant rat's nest of stuff. But honestly, most of this stuff you see is communications cables going between all of the inverters. Otherwise, it wouldn't be quite so messy. But if you do this, you realize there's a lot of cables involved in running solar. So it's kind of a hectic mess, but most of that is just communications cable. All right, see ya.